let's move on to the Ravens because I didn't get cut off.
This is all Tosin. This is all Tosin.
Yeah, we got to bring Tosin to. So Tosin, you guys are 1-2 now. For our team, it's not shocking for the Bears to be 1-2 3 weeks in. This is pretty much what we've just been born into. So no, my Wi-Fi is not bad. Pay too much money for this Wi-Fi to be bad. It's not bad. It's very fast. But I don't know. I think it's StreamYard, not the Wi-Fi. Because usually my Wi-Fi fucks up, the YouTube stops right away. But I said the YouTube like I'm 80. Anyway, moving on to Tosin. We talk about the Ravens, man. First off, how do you guys feel about Roquan Smith right now? I think vindication is something that I really like. Because I've been saying, not to say I have to say he was washed, but I definitely didn't feel like I wanted to pay him the amount of money that he wanted to be paid. But just give me your overall thoughts on how you feel about the Ravens 3 weeks in as we get ready for this upcoming game that you guys
playing as the Chiefs. First of all, I'm not gonna say my personal opinions on Roquan Smith. I'm not gonna say what I want to say about Roquan because I'm not offending any of my political connects. But people do call him Rosempic, so that's what people call him.
They call him a lot worse in Chicago, but we're gonna leave
I'm sure they did. But overall, I don't know. I feel like the one thing I realized about the Ravens, and it's weird that we've become the quote unquote culture team where growing up, nobody was a Ravens fan unless you're from Baltimore, unless you just randomly decided to pick the Ravens. Like no one was a fan. But I think now with Lamar, we've become the de facto culture team where all the kids bandwagon the team and they come in out of nowhere and just talk about how the Ravens are run. I'm just like, I've seen people say fire EDC. I'm like, yo, do you know how many bad coordinate GMs are in the league? There's more bad GMs than good GMs. And we have one of the best ones. Okay. So relax with that. But I don't know. I just feel like the season just started off.
We got one of the worst ones.
You feel me? Like you understand that. So I don't know. I feel like fans just aren't realistic. I feel like they want every team to go 17-0. If that's what you want, go hit your PlayStation and start a Madden franchise because it's not going to happen in the NFL. Everyone is good. Every single these are grown ass men, okay, that will knock your head off your shoulders if they had the chance to. So I feel fans need to just temper the expectations. Like obviously the Ravens are going to be one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, but it's just getting everything right. If everything is not right by the time the bye week comes in, heads have to roll. So I feel give it a couple more weeks and then I will properly assess where I'm at. But right now I'm calm. I'm just like, yo, whatever happens in the next whatever. We played against the Bills and the Lions, two teams who are Super Bowl contenders. And then we also have the Chiefs, another one on Sunday. So it's a hard schedule to start off. Obviously, no one's really played preseason games. Offensive line still getting their feet together. Doesn't help that Nnamdi Madubuike is out, which is arguably one of the best defensive tackles in the league. So we're thin in certain spots in the trenches, which is the most important part in NFL. But they'll figure it out. They're all smart enough. They're all talented enough. And if they don't, someone's going to lose their job. So I'm calm about it. Either someone's going to get fired or we're going to win games. It's either that.
I think.
And real quick, who do you think is going to get fired?
Zach Orr.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah. The dude that you was like his next head coach?
Correct.
Yeah. I thought Zach was going to be good this year. And I hate to see black men lose their job, man, especially in this economy. But yeah, my good brother Zach, I don't know, man. It's not looking good for you. Like I'm watching our defense. I'm like, why is Mike Green in coverage? Like that's not his job. Is not to be in coverage. So it's little things. And Deontay Lee wrote something on the Ringer today, which is really good about the Ravens defense. There's a lot of scheme issues, but listen, if Zach wants to keep his job, it's his job to lose. That's really all I gotta say about that. If nobody else wants to keep their job, that's your problem. If you want to be good or not, that's all up to you. So roll the Chiefs on Sunday. And Scott did not pay his internet bill again. Jesus Christ.
Can't hear you, Bang. That's not a fine.
Oh, there ain't no fine. There's not no fine. He ain't here. I got kids. I got a 6-year-old who walking around with drawers on. I'm trying to make sure he ain't exposed, so then the feed go off. No, I picked the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna stand by that pick.
Same.
I think that just like last year, start off a little bit slow. I think that we will see them roll into form. I think this game coming up against the Chiefs is really perfect for them. I think it's even more perfect for the reason of you have two teams that are not used to being in this situation. So you're going to see who's the more desperate team. And if I were to pick a team to be more desperate, it is the Baltimore Ravens. So I would not be shocked, especially even though, Xavier Worthy, he's supposed to be coming back this game, reportedly, allegedly, from what I just saw on the screen. I would not be shocked if this defensively, it is a get-right game for the Baltimore Ravens, especially when you look at they built this team to stop Patrick Mahomes in this type of situation. So I'm not too worried. They're still going through that little small preseason.
I still want to see if we might get Christian Wilkins. I know that man is first team all Freaky Frog, but we need a defensive tackle really, really bad. So,
nobody picked him up?
Nah, nobody's picked him up. He had an injury, and then on top of that, he has real allegations on top of that.
He got real life allegations.
He's a first team real Freaky Frog. Because we've seen what he did at Clemson. I'm just like, yo, you're a wild boy, but. Hey, listen, if he's still right, I'll say pick him up personally because I don't know. Nandi has a neck issue, and neck issues in the NFL not something you play with, not in the slightest. So, Courtney, how do you feel about it or what you've seen with the Ravens?
I've kind of been disappointed. Obviously, from a fantasy perspective, that -4 points really killed my opportunity of winning. But no, I've just been a little disappointed. Again, like you said, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of guys kind of playing out of position. What game was that? Actually, I think it was against the Lions where Kyle Hamilton had to drop down and there was this whole big part of the field that Malachi Starks had to cover. And you could just see very clearly guys were playing out of position. And even if Malachi Starks being as fast as he is, he's not getting down there to cover Laporta. So it was just and that happened more than once, mind you. So I'm just again, I don't know the ins and outs of the Ravens defensive schemes by any means. I'll never pretend to be an expert on that sort of thing. But when you go back and you watch games and you're trying to figure out why is this unit who's yes, I know some of these guys are kind of getting up there and they're getting older, but what is the problem with this team? Because just like Bang, I had them as one of my preseason Super Bowl picks, and I still stand on that. But what's the problem? What can this? Because they're not a bad defensive unit. Yeah, some of the guys are getting older, but it's not a bad defense. So what's the problem? And it's kind of feeling like the scheming is the problem.
Yeah, Scott.
Go ahead. And didn't it feel like before we saying if John Harbaugh got fired, the defensive coordinator was the guy you wanted to replace him?
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I do wonder though, if John leaves this year, who do the Ravens hire? That's what I've been trying to rack my brain trying to figure out because I could not call it anymore.
Well, what do you think about Derrick Henry's fumbles? I kind of feel like that's been hand in hand with also the defense collapsing. It's he fumbles at the absolute worst time possible.
I mean, everything that can go wrong can go. It's like Murphy's Law, right? That's literally what it is. And someone was saying it might be the sleeves that he's wearing, the 2 compression sleeves. I was like, I don't know, man. He's been wearing them most of his career. So I don't know. It's just whatever can go wrong is going wrong. All the worst things. But the good thing is Lamar hasn't thrown an interception yet. So there's that.
Catch I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis, every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HNB Media and the Barber's Chair Network.